Fellas, we gotta realize in this lifetime, nobody is guaranteed our time. Nobody's guaranteed access to us. You know what I'm saying? We are more valuable than that to just give away our time, our attention, our finances to anybody who asks for it. And there are a lot of people in our lives, fellas, who, if we're being honest, are taking our time for granted. They are. And we have to realize that if somebody doesn't respect us, it may be time to remove them from our lives. Now, before we get too deep into today's topic, I want to ask you how you doing, man. Let me know how life is going. Let me know what you're going through, good or bad, in the comment section. Like I always say, E2M is a family, and I want to hear from my brothers and sisters on this platform. All right? So just besides that, we're going to do our daily affirmation. Repeat after me. I'm growing. I'm changing. And I'm evolving. For God, for my goals, and for my legacy. All right. If you participated, as always, I appreciate you. And we're getting right into today's video. Now, the topic of today's video is this: if they do not respect you, remove them. Now, it's a harsh truth or a harsh mindset to uphold, because a lot of us are nice people. Like, as men, we are nice gentlemen that don't want to just kick people out of our lives. Or maybe some of us think that just because somebody has been in our lives for a long time, that gives them access to our lives for the rest of the time. You know what I'm saying? That means that they have built up so much real estate in our lives that they have access to us whenever they want it. But no, fellas, that's not how it works. I'm gonna be honest with you. I outgrew a lot of my friends when I entered high school. A lot of my old friends that had different mindsets and that wanted different things out of life, man, our values didn't align, and they had to go. They had to get cut off, because at some point along the way, they stopped showing me the respect that I deserve. Now, fellas, that might be happening to you. If you have people in your life that aren't showing you the respect that you deserve, it may be time to cut them off or just simply let them go. To cut contact, man. We have to have enough respect for ourselves. In the same way that we want somebody to respect us, we need to respect ourselves. And sometimes that means only keeping people in our lives that serve us or that bring goodness and fruit to our lives. You know what I'm saying? People that are only taking, people that are only bringing negative energy, we don't have time for that, especially in 2025. We don't have time for that. You and me, we're trying to grow and evolve to manhood. We do not have time to be wasting with people that do not have our best interests at heart. Now, to find out if somebody does not respect you, if you feel like they're kind of, on that middle line, you can't really tell, I'm going to give you this piece of advice. Seek discernment. Seek discernment. Learn how to develop that discernment and that wisdom when it comes to people's true intentions about what they're doing. That's a gift that God has blessed me with. It's a gift He gave me. And I truly and wholeheartedly believe that you can have that same gift. Discernment is so important. That's the ability to analyze a person's true motives, a person's true mindsets, and true characteristics. Discernment. Now, if you have that, you'll be able to instantly tell like this, if a person truly wants to see you win, or they just simply only want to see you doing worse than them. You feel me? They want to see you doing good, but worse than them. And that's a lot of people in this world, fellas. But in this life, we have to focus on ourselves sometimes. Don't feel guilty for focusing on yourself. Don't feel guilty for prioritizing yourself. Don't feel guilty for putting yourself first in certain situations. This is one of them. Your circle is so important, fellas, especially when you're trying to build something in this lifetime. Especially when you want to build something. Especially when you're reaching outside of your comfort zone. And that might be running for office, that might be applying for a job, that might be taking any type of risk, joining a team, joining a club, going to a new school. All of these things are stretching outside of our comfort zone. So we need friends and a good support circle around us that are going to uplift us and not break us down, and not talk about us behind our backs, and not gossip about us. You see what I'm saying, fellas? Our circle is so important. So important that it truly may be harsh, but it's real that if a person does not respect you, They need to go. Remove them from your life. And let me tell you what they're going to say. They're going to say, oh, you switched up. Oh, you Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? They're going to think that you perceive yourself as better than them or holier than them because you wanted to do better for your own life. Don't buy into that, fellas. Do not buy into that. I'm going to say it one more time. Do not buy into that. Like I said earlier, you do not have to feel guilty for pursuing your peace. I made a whole video on that. I'm going to put it up on the screen, but seriously, fellas, man, you have to be confident in this too. You can't be timid. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what you need to do. You know if this person deserves to be in your life or not. Now, what you do is simply and completely up to you. But if you have a strong will, you'll be able to make that decision, although it may feel uncomfortable, and you're going to do what's best for you, man. And I'm proud of you for taking that step, but you have to take this step. Like, nobody can do it for you. YouTube videos cannot do it for you. Some people just need to simply go. And let me tell you this too, fellas. Just because you're removing somebody from your life and no longer giving them access to your time or to your energy does not mean you hate them. That doesn't even mean you dislike them. That doesn't even mean that you don't want to see them win. You see, it's a great quote that I heard that I want to share with you. It goes along the lines of this. I'm going to butcher it, but it goes along the lines of, hey, man, I still want to see you eat, just not at my table. I still want to see you eat, just not at my table. What does that mean? It means that I still want to see you succeed. I still want to see you grow. I still want to see you flourish. I still want to see you happy, but not at my table, not at my life, not at my support circle. Because having you in my life puts me at a risk. Having you in my life is bad for business. And that's just simply how it goes, man. Some people simply aren't compatible. Some people just don't mesh well with others. Some personalities just don't mesh well, and that's okay. Sometimes somebody just needs to go. So the point I really want to get across to y'all fellas today is to not feel guilty or feel ashamed for making this decision for your life. Because trust and believe in a year's time, in 2 years, in 5 years, when you look back, you're going to be so grateful that you made this choice to better your own life. You're going to be so grateful that you did the hard thing when it came to relationships, to pursue what it is that you need to pursue. Because a lot of the time, fellas, we don't have that much time in the day to put towards our purpose and to our grind. We get 24 hours in the day. I always say 8 hours goes to sleep. Man, about 7 to 8 hours goes to school. I play sports, man, that's another 2 hours. That leaves me with 6 hours of flexible time in my day, and I'm not going to spend it worrying about a toxic relationship or having to deal with people talking behind my back or bringing negativity into my life. I want to prioritize positivity in those 6 hours. I want all of my 24 hours to be filled with good energy, good vibes, good people, man. And anybody else that doesn't fit into that mold can go. They can enjoy their own life in their own way. But in my life, in my circle, in my routines, in my mindset, this is how things have to go. And if you don't fit in that mold, that's okay. That's how I see it, fellas. Completely. So if you can see it like that too, you can improve your life. And I'm going to tell you right now, your circle's probably going to end up being small, man. Because a lot of people do not want to work these days. A lot of people are cool with being average. And a lot of people are not trustworthy friends. So I want you, as you're deciding who's willing to fit into that mold, as you're deciding who's worthy of being your friend, I want you to also, in the same way, not be hypocritical about this and make sure that you're being a good friend to the people around you. That's just as important, if not more. Being a good friend is so vital. All right, fellas? So pursue what you do. Keep growing, changing, and evolving. Keep doing what you do, man. Like, don't let people stop you. Don't let words and opinions hold you back from achieving your goals and dreams and what God has instilled in your heart to do. Because what God gives you, no man can take away. Nobody can take that away. But you have to be willing to commit to do the scary things, to do the uncomfortable thing, and to show the world who your Father is and how He can bless someone like you. All right? I hope this video helped you. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, let me know in the comment section, fellas. I want to hear from you. As always, I'm grateful to be back. into my routines on the channel, back to making daily videos. Once again, if the video helped you, just let me know what about it really touched you mentally, touched you spiritually, touched you in your heart. All right, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's continue evolving to manhood.